Okay, so last week we started our JavaScript series, and today we are going to continue. I welcome all of you to another section of mastering JavaScript. So last week we started with basic JavaScript, that is declaring variables, assigning variables, and what again? We did a lot. So just that it was just introduction. It was introduction. So today we are going to build on the foundation that we laid last week. So let's start. Today we are going to start with operators, as I told you last week. Operators. So with operators, it's not new thing. It's something we all know from our basic schools, GHS primary, and even those of you have some background in programming, it's not new. It's the same thing. So we are going to look at the types of operators that we have in JavaScript. So as you can see on my screen right now, I'm sure each and everyone here knows how to set up JavaScript with how to link your JavaScript to your HTML file. So on the screen, you can see I have some elements here. So let me run it. I think I'm even running it. Let me run it for you. Okay. So in JavaScript, these are the main types of operators that we use. Though we don't use all of them often, but we are going to look at all of them, and I will let you know the ones that are very, very important. Then you master them, then we move on. So operators, we have the arithmetic operators, we have the assignment operators, we have the comparison operators, we have the logical operators, and we have the last one, which is bitwise operators. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's start with the first one, which is arithmetic operators. So I think I have, okay. So I've prepared some notes for you. Okay, so under arithmetic operators, that's the basic signs or the symbols that we use in our everyday calculation. So we have the plus, we have the minus, we have the times, we have the division, and this one is the Boolean. So I say Boolean, this one is the module. We all did call maths in GHS, senior high school, so I know you know module. So that's it. It calculates for the remainder. For example, when I give you a task to calculate for to write a program that prints out only even numbers from, let's say, 1 to 10. So this is what you are going to use. We know that even numbers are numbers that has a remainder of what? That's a divisible by 2, right? With no remainder. Hey, Thomas not watching. All right, so even numbers are numbers that's a divisible by 2 without any remainder. So you can use modulo. You can use this sign. So this is the modulo sign. And there is another new operator here. That's the double asterisk. So this one is used for power of numbers. So for example, 2 exponent n, where n can be any number. So we use this sign. All right, so let's see some of the simple examples where we can apply this. So I have already initialized, I've declared x and y, and I've assigned 10 and 3 to x and y. So let's try and apply these symbols over here. So the first one is the positive. If I'm running fast, please let me know. If you have any question, to let me know. Okay. I know this one, you know them already. That's why maybe I might be running fast. And I think time is a call. So console.log. What are we doing? We are printing it. We can just add x plus y here. So let me end this statement. Let me comment these ones out since we are not there yet. So that you can just print that one in the console. You just need that one. Okay. So let me save this. So we are expecting to see what's the answer? That's just 10 plus 3, which is what 30. So we are expecting to see 13 in the console. So let's go back to the console. We know where to get the console. There's a shortcut for that. I think it's Control J or something. All right, so if you can see from here, we have what? 13. That's the answer for that. In order for us to, let's add some note over here. So we can put that one in the what? In a quote. We bring a comma here. So you can say addition. All right. So let's go on and do the rest. So we are moving to the next one, which is what? Subtraction. So console.log subtraction. So let me even put this one here. Please don't be confused. So this one, I'm just creating some labels here. It's just a test. This is not part of what we are doing. I'm just labeling what we are doing. So the first one is addition. The second one is subtraction. So the main task is what we are going to do here. So it's going to be what? X minus Y. So we can save this and go back to the console. So this one we are expecting to get what? 7. That's 10 minus 3, which is what? 7. So you can see. So the addition is 13. The subtraction is what? 7. All right. Let's move on to the next one. So we can do for the rest. I think this one, they are not difficult. So let's do for multiplication. Or let me just write products. So which product is going to be what? X times Y. So that one we are expecting to get what? 30 here. So we can save this and go. So product is what? 30. Then the next one is console.log the next one is what? Division. So division. That one is going to be what? X divided by Y. So that one we are expecting to get, I think 3.33 or something. All right, so that's it. So 10 divided by 3. The answer is 3 points. Then the next one is modulo.
Mr. Robert, your writings are very small, eh?
My what?
Very small. If you could zoom in a bit. Yeah.
All right. All right. Sorry for that. So the next one is console.log. We are dealing with modulo, Modulo. So modulo. I don't know if that's the right spelling.
And the end should be O.
It's modulo, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So that one is going to be, it's like the division. Just that this one will print the remainder. Please, I'm not here to teach mathematics. So all right, so it's going to be what? X modulo. So the modulo is denoted by the percentage. So modulo Y. Let's print that one too and see. So the answer is 1. I think this side you cannot see, so let me zoom it for you. Okay. Then the last one, which is power. So that's 10 exponent 3. So this one we are expecting to get what? 10 times 10 times 10. Even I say. So
1,000.
So console.log. So this is exponents. So it's going to be X y. All right, so that's it. Please, do you have any question here? Any question here?
No, for
Okay.
now.
Okay, then another arithmetic operator that is a bit different from what we have here. That one is under increment operator and the decrement operator. So with this one, what it does is, with the first one, assuming you have a number, which is, let's say 5, and you want to increase it by 1 anytime the course run. So that one you can use the loops, which we haven't done yet. So for now, I'm not going to use any loop. But what I want to achieve at the end of the day is I want to increase my x, which is what we have already declared the x here. So right now, this one we are done, so we can comment this one out, right? All right. So assuming I have 10 here, and I want to increase it by 1, I can just do what? Plus plus x, or I can do x plus plus. What is the difference between plus plus x and x plus plus? So this one will run before your component loads or mounts. So meaning that when we run this, we are expecting to get what? We are expecting to get 11 straight away in the console. So let's run this one and see. So we have the 11 over here. But with the second one, if you use x plus plus, this way you're not going to get the answer straight away unless you go and call the x again. So this one happens before the component mounts. When I say, or let's say before the browser mounts, or before the browser loads, the first one. But the second one, this one will happen after the browser has finished loading. And in this case, you have to call your x before you can get your value. So let's see. So right now it has, I ran it twice, so that's why we are seeing 2. Or I have x plus plus somewhere again. Okay, so we have 1 here. Okay, so console.log what? X plus plus. Okay, so you can see, what are you getting? This one is what? 10. But we are expecting to get what? Increment, right? So the value is 10, and we are increasing it by what? 1. By 1. That is why we have what? Plus plus over here. So in order for you to get it, to get the output, what do? All that you have to do is just come to the console here. You can just type x, and you see the value to be what? The value is what? 11. Please, are you following? We have already linked our JS to our, what do you call it, HTML. So you can just call this one straight away. You can just call x. So your browser is aware of x and y right now. When you type y, you have to get 3 in the browser, in your console. Okay. Then the next one is decrement. Decrement operator to work the same as the increment, just that this one is just the opposite of the increment. So decrement will just what? Will decrease the value for you. The same approach. So this one too, this one will run before your browser loads, and will give you the value. The value will be what? So this one, the value will be 9. But with this one, unless you load the browser before it's what, you can call the value or your result or your expected solution there. So this one is just the opposite of this. If you understand this, automatically you understand this. Please, any question here?
I have a question.
All right.
In the X++, the increment operator.
Yeah.
So if we use code, if we console the X after the increment, will we get 11? For instance,
We
you
have
have console,
X++ here.
then you come down again and console only X.
Now the value has been, I think that now the value has been assigned to the 11. Let's try that one and see. I think there's the X++ here.
Then you come down after the X++, come down again and console.log X only, and let's see.
We have, that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing in the console. So in order for you to get a result, so right now this one will be 11.
Yes.
Yes. So that one straightforward. You get your answer here.
.log. You didn't do the .log.
Oh, sorry. So we have to get 11. So there's it. So the first one was what? 10. And after you console log or after you print the X out here, now the value has been assigned to 11, not 10.
Yes. Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. So we are done with the first topic for the day. That's arithmetic operators. We are moving on to the next one, which is assignment operators. Assignment operators. With assignment, this is what we did last week. I've already explained this to you guys. That is just declaring a variable and assigning a value to that variable. That's the assignment operator. So with the assignment operator, we use the equal to, that's a single equal to for that. So we can say that let name equals who? Kofi. Right now, in memory, last week we started with variables. So in memory, we have assigned Kofi to what? Name. So if you want to print Kofi, all that you have to do is what? You have to console log what? The name here, and you get what? Kofi. Please, are you following? Yeah, so that's it. The next one, the next assignment is a plus, is a what do you call it? Equal to. So that's your mathematical operators. And the next assignment is this. The next assignment is this. That is x equals x plus 1. So this one too, we are increasing it by what? 1. Or you can do it this way too. You can do it x plus equal to what? 5. So this is the shortcut for this. Or this is the condensed form of this. So this is the full operator, which is what? X equals x plus 5. But if you don't want to use this approach, if you don't want to use this way, you can use this. So this and that are the same. Any question here?
No, it's clear.
All right. So I think this one's you know this already from your programming courses or classes that you have already done, because the concept is the same. You can see JavaScript is not anything, just that you do a some way, you understand? So just follow along as we are going. I know most of these concepts, if only you have done some basic programming, it is not new. If you haven't done any programming, that is where maybe this will be new for you. And don't be discouraged if you don't understand anything. That's why we are all here. We are here as a family and what? Friends. If you don't understand anything, let us know. We will assist you, because the main goal is not to just memorize the codes, but to understand the codes, so that when you get to the frameworks, when you start with Vue.js or React, that's where you appreciate this a lot, because you'll be using it. you'll be using it. For example, let's write a program that will take the first name and the last name, and it will print full name. Here, we are not going to expect a user input, so we can just hard code it. So let's try that one. You can try that one as I'm also doing it. Write a program that accepts first name, last name, and print full name as your full name. So what do? All that you have to do is what? Or you can use const, right? Let first name. Last week, we learned about the naming convention, and he said the most widely used naming convention are the Pascal naming convention and the camel case. So I'm using the camel case here. Let first name equals Bob. Let last name equals Aubrey. So that's my last name. Okay, so right now we want to print the full name. So that one is very, very simple. All that you have to do is what? You have to concatenate the first name and the last name. That you have to put them together. So we can say that let full name equals what? Last name plus. So first name rather plus last name. Please, are you following? Console.log what? Full name.
Full name, yes.
Please, are you following?
Yes.
All right. So what are you expecting to get now?
Ideally, we should get a full name.
Yes. So we are expecting to get what? Bob Aubrey.
Aubrey, yes.
All right. So right now, you see, we are getting the full name, but it has been combined together. We want to create space in between Bob and Aubrey. How do we achieve that?
We can just create a string. We can use a string that is the quotation marks to create a space and concatenate that with the full name and the first name and the last name.
That's great. That's great. So it's the same thing. Is the same concept that you know in your programming that we did in school. The same thing. So as Mr. Abdul said, that's what you are going to do. So we can just, after the plus over here, we can create what? A string. And the string is going to be empty because we are just creating space. Then you create your space, then you concatenate it again with this. So this one should solve the issue for us now. So we are getting it nicely. That's simple and straightforward. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is I think I wrote this applies for all. Which not make one answer. All right, so I think I was writing for this. So x is equal to x plus 5, or x plus is equal to what? 5. And I said this and this are the same. This is just the shortcut of this. And you can use you can use this, you can apply this in all the the arithmetic operators that we have learned. You can apply that. So instead of writing maybe x is equal to x minus 5, you can just do what? X minus equals what? 5. Please, are you following? So that's why I think I wrote this here. So you can just do for the rest of the operators, and that's how it's going to apply for you. Let's move on to the next one, which is comparison operators. And this one too, we already know. We are just brushing on it. If you don't know, then don't worry, you understand. It's very, very simple. So under comparison operators, we have two types or two forms. The first one is what? Relational operators and equality operators. So let's start with the first one, which is relational operators. So under relational operators, let me comment this one out, otherwise it's going to distract us. So this is my note too. All right, so under this one, let's declare a variable and assign it what? 1. So here we are just comparing 1 to 0, and we are saying that if 1 is greater than 0, then print the answer. So what will be the answer for this? Who can tell me before you even go to the console? What are you expecting to get?
True.
Hello? Are you there?
I think the answer will be true.
Is that?
Be true.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yabani.
Yeah, I think the answer will be true.
Yes. So this one we are dealing with Boolean operators here. So this one, the result will be either true or false. That will be the answer that we are going to get in the console. So we are just comparing 1 to what? 0. X is greater than 0. So let's see if that's true. What's happening? Syntax. Oh, all right. So maybe somewhere here. Okay. So let me comment this one out, as I said, otherwise it's going to distract us. So the answer is true, as Bini said. So the next one too, so it's the same thing. So the next one is what? X is greater than or equal to what? 1. X is greater than or equal to 1. So this one too, what are we expecting to get? The same thing, true. X is greater than or equal to what? 1. So that's it. Then the next one is what? X is less than 1. So this one should generate what? False. So this one, the answer should be false. All right. Then the next one, X is what? Less than or equal to 1. X is less than or equal to 1. So for this one, the answer is what? True. Okay. Then, if you don't have any question here, we are moving on to the next one, which is equality operators. So this one in JavaScript, we have two types of equality operators. The first one is the straight mode, and the second one is a bit flexible. So the first one is the straight. So the straight mode, we use 3 equal, or we use 3 operators, not equal operators. We use 3 operators. So let's start with this one. In JavaScript, we do this. We can use 3 operators to compare 2 values. So what does this one do is, this one, whenever you use 3 operators, meaning you are checking for 2 things at the same time. That is, you are checking for the type of value it is and the value itself. So if we say console.log x is equal to 1, we are checking for the data type. That's the meaning of the type. We are checking for the data type of x and the data type of 1. That's the first thing. So it will check for the data type. If X here is a number, or X here is string, or X here is Boolean, or X here is any data type that we have learned. And the other one, which is 1, is this one a string, or is a number, or is any data type that we have learned? So that is the meaning of this. And you'll be seeing this a lot as we move on, especially when you are developing a system where you have to check for the logins. This one is very, very strict. For example, password. You have to make sure that what the user is entering is strictly equal to what is in the database. So that one, you have to check for the data type, the value, and the length of the password, like everything. So with that one, we have to use the straight operators. So that one checks for all the value. So I say when you move your thing, this one is a bit difficult than the next one that you'll be looking at. So with this one, we are saying that we have already declared and assigned 1 to X. So we are saying, we are just comparing, is X is 1 equal to 1? That's what we are checking right now. So with this one, what will be the answer? The answer is going to be what? True. All right, so that's what we have here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one is, so whenever you see the exclamation sign in any programming, I think is this, yes. So I can say, though I haven't learned on the programming languages, but I can boldly say it works the same thing. So just know that it is for the what? The not. Whenever you see an exclamation sign, it represents not. So here we are saying that X is not equal to what? 1. So what will be the answer for this? I think this one will be what? False, right? Because 1 is equal to 1 with the data type and everything. Please, any question here? I don't want to be just doing the talking alone.
No, sir.
Please, do you understand up to this point?
Yes, please.
Okay. So with this one, have I already saved it? No, I haven't saved it. So we are, yeah. So that's it. False. Okay. So I'm just trying for the straight operators. That is console.log 1 here. Right now, who can tell me the data type of 1? What is the data type of 1?
1 is a string number.
Yes. So what are you expecting to get for this?
False.
False. So let's check. So that's it. All right. Then let's look at this, the next one, which is just the 2 equal sign. So with that one, console.log x equals 1. Okay. So the difference between this and that is that with the first one, it checks for the data type and the value that you are dealing with. But this one will just check for the value. It will not check for the data type. Please remember, with comparison operators, there's nothing like 1 equal sign. Whenever you use equal sign, just 1, meaning you are what? You are assigning. But immediately you start using double or the 3, that's a triple, meaning you are doing what? You are comparing, that's it. So we are comparing the value of 1 to the value of 1. And I'm saying that with the current statement that you have here, this one will just check for the what? The values. It will just check for the values. It's not going to check for the data type. So this one will just pass it. So this one, what are you expecting to get here? What's the answer here? Yes. Hello. Please, are you all there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What will be the answer for this?
It should be true.
Yes. What about this one too?
False.
Hmm? What will be the answer for this? The second one.
False.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, this one is just checking for the value. And in JavaScript, whenever you have 1 and 1 as a string, there's nothing like 1 as a string in JavaScript. So basically, this one is going to convert this one to what? To be number. That is with the 2 operators. But whenever you use the 3 operators, then strictly this one is going to be string. Please, are you following? There's confusion somewhere.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes. So that's the difference. Whenever you use the 3 operators, that one is strictly is not going to convert this one to be string for you. But when you use 2 operators, it's going to just assume this one is also what? A number. So this one here, it will be true. The answer will be true for this. And this one too, the answer will be what? True. So let's go and check. So we can see we have true over here. Please, any question here? All right, so right now we are done with arithmetic operators, assigning operators or assignment, comparison operators, then the equality operators. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is ternary operators. That's our next topic. Ternary operators. So under ternary operators, this is, I don't know whether this one is I think it's in Python. Yes, this one is in Python. Ternary operators is in Python. I don't know whether this one is in other languages like the C, then the C++ and the rest. All right, so let me just explain this one. This one works, or this one is a form of conditional statement. So instead of using the if, else, the switch cases, and the rest of the conditional statements, we have ternary operator that you can just use that to what? To do your comparison. And those of you will be diving into React. React uses this a lot. It doesn't use the if and else and the switch and the other conditions. You see, React is a modern technology that it is not a framework. React is a library. It's a JavaScript library, but we can say that Vue is a framework. Vue is, so the difference between Vue and React is, as a beginner, I will advise you to go in for Vue. But if your JavaScript is very, very strong, then you go in for JavaScript. You go in for React. The reason being that with Vue, the Vue is what? It's a framework. And when they talk about framework, they have written most of the codes for you. All that you have to do is what? You have to master and know where to apply this. Like a Bootstrap. Bootstrap, we know is what? It's a CSS framework or library that has been written for you. If you need a button, you just what? You just call the button classes and you are there. Please, are you following? So that is it. With Vue.js, they have written most of the conditions and then the JavaScript aspect for you. So all that you have to do is you have to learn them. You have to learn them. Then you call them, and it's the same thing. The same applies to Angular. Angular too is the same thing. But when it comes to React, nothing has been written for you. React is pure JavaScript. So whatever we are writing here, when you go to React, you see it exactly how you are seeing it here. Okay, so with ternary operators, as I said, it's just a conditional statement. It's just conditional statement that we don't want to use the if and else and the switch case. So instead of using this, we use the ternary operator. So let's see how it works. So with this one, I have created some question or set some question here that will just help us to learn the ternary operator. So let's see, I'm saying that if a customer has more than 100 points, they are good customer. Is it right to say they are a good customer? All right, or yeah, whatever. Otherwise, they are a silver customer. Please, are you following? So this one, we can easily do this one with if and else statement. But with JavaScript, and because of where we are going, I've already told you where we are going. That's either to learn Vue or React. It all depends on the time and how you guys will catch up and do it. All right, so let's see. So with this one, we can easily use the if and else, but as I said, we can't go and do this in React. So let's learn the best one. We can't just go and write the if and else straight in the React component. No, it doesn't work that way. In the React, assuming we are creating we are creating a navigation bar. After building a navigation bar, we have your logo at the left. Please just imagine what I'm saying. We have logo at the left of the navigation bar. On the right side, we have home page, we have sign in, sign out, and we have a logout button. But with the logout, we don't want the user to just see the logout as part of sign in and sign out. I think you have ever seen this anywhere in any application that you visit the application. On the same page, we have on the same navigation bar, we have register, we have sign in, and we have logout. No. Always, the best approach, a professional developer will just put sign in and sign out first, register and login. Register and login. That will be what you are going to see. And the next case will be when the user logs in, then the logout will come, and that one will replace the register or the login. Normally we hide both register and login when the user sign in. Please, am I making sense?
Yes, please.
Or I'm talking plenty?
It's normal.
All right, so that's it. When you log in, we are expecting to just hide the register and the login features and just get logout, so that when the user clicks on logout, we just see the register and login. So that is the concept over here. And here I'm using this. If a customer has more than 100 points, they are a good customer. And the customer, otherwise, they are what? Silver customer. So how do you achieve this? Using the ternary operator. So here we can say so we are looking for the type of customer. Let type or customer type. Let customer type equals. So we are saying that if the customer has more than 10 points, if the customer has more than 10 points, so if customer has more than 10 points, so if the point more than 10 points is going to be what? If the point is what? Greater than 100. First one, we have to declare, or we have to assign, you have to declare our customer. So let's let point equals, let's say 110. Let point equals 110. This is what you're expecting the user to input. That's why I didn't start from here. I was assuming we are building a user, we will build a user interface for it. So normally we don't do this. All that we have to focus is the logic. But because we don't have any user interface or what do you call it, a terminal or something that we expect the user to input something. That is why we have a fixed point here. So we are saying that let the customer type equals, if the point is greater than 100, then we use this. Then we bring what? This. So this is a ternary operator. Please follow. If you don't understand, you let me know. After writing the statement, you understand. So print what? Gold customer. Else print what? Silver customer. Then you can just terminate it here. So right now we can console log customer, console.log customer type. So what are you expecting to get? Hello. Please, are you with me?
Yeah.
But you don't understand.
Expecting to get gold.
We are expecting to get what?
Gold.
So
yes.
Because the point here is what? 110.
110.
Yes, 110 is greater than 100. So we are expecting to get what?
Yes.
So let's see.
Gold.
So that's what we have over here. That's just the overview. Let me explain it again. I'm saying that with a ternary operator, this is a new way or a new form of writing your conditional statement. Though we have not started with conditional statement, that is the if, else, and the rest. But I'm teaching you ternary operator. And I'm saying that ternary operator is a way of expressing or writing conditional statements. If your age is 18 years, meaning you are eligible to vote. But if they say if your age is less than 18 years, meaning you don't qualify to vote. So instead of using the if and else statement, we can use what is called ternary operator. Ternary operator. I think this one Ima taught you in Python, right? Hello, please, are you with me?
Yeah.
Oh, the class is down.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ima taught you this in Python, right?
I'm not really sure. But I know about the if and else. If else statement.
All right. So as I said, the ternary operator just works like the if and else. Just that this one is simplified version, or this is a modern way, and I would say a professional way of expressing your conditional statement. If only you understand what you are doing, just use the ternary operator and go away. So with that one, the main takeaway here is the question mark and your column. That's what we use. So this is the condition. So we are saying if the point is greater than 100, print gold, else print silver. That's all. You forget about anything that you see here. Just concentrate on from this side to that. If the point is greater than 100, print gold. Else print what? Silver. Let's try another one using the
Hello.
hi.
Yeah. So in case you want to request for user input, what data type will you use?
Oh, data type. We have already learned about data type. That we have the Boolean, we have the int, we have what? We did data type last week, right?
Yeah. I was asking in case you want to request.
No. With JavaScript, we are not going to allow user to enter anything in the console like what we have been doing in Java, where you import some packages that allow the user to enter in the console. No, we are not going to do that here. That is why we are hard coding. So with JavaScript works with your HTML file. So if you want to communicate or if you want to allow user to input anything on the front end, meaning you are going to create a form, a text box here. When you create a text box, then you bind that text box to your JavaScript so that when they enter that, whatever they will enter on the front end will come to it will communicate with your JavaScript. And we have not started doing DOM. We call that one the DOM, DOM. And you will get there. You will get there. So we don't have any data type in JavaScript that like what we have in I think it is even in that. With that, if you want to allow user to enter something in the console, like this console here, you see a cursor blinking. Yes, enter your first number. You enter first number, let's say 2. Then you press enter. Enter your second number. Let's say 3. Then it will calculate it for you, please. It doesn't work that way here. With JavaScript works with your HTML, and you have to bind it with the HTML. And that one we will get there, but not right now. We will get there. That one is called DOM. You can even read ahead. Just JavaScript in DOM or something. So it's DOM. Just read. You can start reading on that after the class. Though next week, I don't think you will get there next week because we have a lot to achieve. We have a lot before getting to the DOM side. Okay, let's move on. Please, have I answered your question? Hi, Amate. Is that clear? Hello, please, are you all here? I think Amate, who asked the question?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. So the next one, let's try another one on this ternary operator. We are going to use the voting application. We are going to use the voting application. That one we are going to say if the user is more than 18 years. I think this one someone can try it and share the screen in order for the class to be lively. Understand? Can anyone try that one for me? The voting system. If the user age is greater than 18 years, the person can vote. If the user's age is less than 18 years, there is not eligible to vote. Who can try that? Using the same concept, what you have on the screen. Who is trying? Oh, meaning you don't understand what you are doing, no? Kunedu, Shat, Bani.
Okay, I'll try.
Yes. Okay, share your screen.
Okay. Please, can you see my screen? Hello.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, so I'm going to enter this. Okay, so I think this.
Sure.
So I'm putting it to the console. Okay, so I think when the age is 22, it works. And then when the age is 17,
That's great.
also works.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Good. You understand it. So we are going to apply this. We are going to apply this a lot. So please, from this section, that from today's section, last week was just introduction, but from today's section, please don't forget anything that we are going to learn. Otherwise, don't forget anything that you are going to learn. Please try your best so that you understand. Don't memorize the course. Understand. All right. So I can take over from here, right?
Yes.
Sure. So you stop sharing your screen so that I'll take over.
I'll stop sharing.
All right. So that's all about ternary operators. Any question here?
the whole show. I just came back, so I'll watch the video later. My MP called me and I had to leave.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which is logical operators. The logical operators. So this one too is not new. This one cut across in all the programming languages. So with the logical operators, we have the three main logical operators. That is, we have the AND gate, we have the OR gate, and you have the NOT operator, which I know you are familiar with. So the first one is the AND gate, or the AND operator. So that one is denoted by the ampersand, the double ampersand, this symbol. Please, are you following? So that one is denoted by this. And with that one, let's define this one. So with this one, in order for the condition to be truthy, or in order for you to get positive results, unless both of the variables or the values that you are comparing should be what? Should be positive or should be true. So here we can say that true and, hey, I'm going to use this end. True and true. The answer should be what? True. We can console this out, but I'm just trying to define this one in a raw format for you. So you ignore the underlines that you are going to see for now. Then true and false is equal to false. Then false and false is equal to false. Then the last statement is false. Have I already used false and false? Okay. False and true. I was supposed to do that on the third line. False and true is equal to what? It's also equal to false. So under the AND gate, or under the AND logical operator, we have only one true statement. That is between true and true. And we are going to apply this to a lot. We are going to apply this a lot. For example, with a question that Binding just solved for the class, we can extend that. That is, if the user is less than 18 years, the person is not eligible to vote. If the user is equal to 18 years, the student is eligible to what? Vote. If the user is greater than 18 years, the user is eligible to what? To vote. Or in other words, we can also, so as part of this course, let me see the times, almost 9:15. All right, so I don't know where you get to, but we are going to develop a grading system application and some other system that I've already set the questions on. I showed you I'm teaching at East Legon at the moment. I'll finish this week. So that and JavaScript, they are the same language, just that the syntax are a bit different, but the same concept. So I have some questions that I'll just throw it out here for you to just try your hands on it. I set that question for the ladies. All right, so let's see. So under the logical operator, I'm saying that this is how it works. We have only one true T value. That is if the both values that you are comparing are true. That is where you get what? True. And with a real life scenario, let's see where you can apply this. Let's see where you can apply this. Let's say with the grading system that I'm telling you about, if the student grade is between 80 and 100, the student had what? A. But if the student's grade is between 70 and 80, the student had B. If the student's grade is between 60 and 70, the student had C. Let's convert that into grading system. We can use these logical operators or the gate over there. All right. If you don't understand this one, you just look at it the way it is. You are going to apply it and you understand it. The next one is the OR gate. With the OR gate, it means that the meaning of the OR gate is the comparison values at least one should be positive or one should be truthy before you get a true statement. So that one is like the opposite of what we are seeing on the screen. So we can use the same thing. Let me just copy it and change it because of time. So here we can use what? The signs over here. Okay, so let's look at the answer. True and true. The answer is correct. True. True and false. The answer should be true. We are saying that with the OR gate, at least one party should be correct, or one side should be truthy. One side should be truthy. Okay, so with that one, we can say this side is what? True. And false, that one is false. But false and true, you are going to get true here. Okay, so here we have three truthy statements and you have only one falsy statement. So like I said, this one is just the opposite of this. And we are going to see where we can apply this. Let me comment them out and move on. We are going to apply this somewhere. I know those of you are doing IT. I know this ones. You know this. All right. Then the not operator. The not operator. Anywhere you see this in JavaScript, it means not. It means not. So if you say console.log, not true. Please, what should be the answer for this? What should be the answer for this? Not true is what? Hey,
Not true means false.
yes. Hey, more than all right, so not true is false. So you're expecting to get this in the console, but I haven't linked this yet. So let me go and link this. Logical operators. All right, so it's false, as you can see over here. Then, I think we are done with this. I can close this. We are done with this one. I can close it. We are done with this. Hey, all right, so that's it. And in JavaScript, there are some falsy statements that I want you to take note of. The first one is what? Undefined. The next one is null. The next one is false. The next one is what? Empty parentheses. And the last one is what? Not a number. All right, so let's start with the first one. We are saying all these statements are falsy statements. They are all false or falsy statements. So undefined means you have declared a variable, but you haven't assigned anything to that variable, which we saw that last week. And in this case, we are saying it is a falsy statement. That is the meaning of undefined. In JavaScript, whenever you define a variable, but you don't assign any value to the variable, it is what? It is undefined. Automatically to generate undefined for you. And that undefined is a falsy statement. That's the meaning of what you are seeing on the screen. The next one is the null statement. The null statement and this one, in fact, I use them a lot. I use them a lot. As I'm talking to you, I'm working on a project, and you know, I'm even supposed to do a demo at 10 o'clock today. 10 o'clock, that's right after the class. I don't know what the time that they will call. If they are not here, it's a remote project that I'm working on. And with that one, in fact, anytime I will open for you to see the real system that we are building with this thing that you are seeing over here. So we use we use the now and this one to represent let's say data that you're expecting from a API that are not in yet. For example, let's say so Amate asked this question. Say, can you what data type should we use to allow user to enter something? And I explained that with JavaScript, we don't have anything like import this and let the user to enter in the console and do the calculation for you. But it rather communicates with your HTML document. So in the HTML document, assuming you create a text box and you're expecting the user to enter first name, last name in those, let's say, two text box that you have created. So you can initialize it. You can assign now or this empty parenthesis or the quote that you are seeing here to that to represent that for now it is now. But when the user enters his, what do you call it? When the user enters any value, use that value instead of the now. All right, so that is where you are going to apply this. When you get to Vue.js, that is where maybe you appreciate some of these things. Then not a number is a whole topic on it, so we will get there. And false is just false. We are saying all these statements, whenever you see them anywhere in JavaScript, it means it is what? False statement. Please understand up to this point. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is Bitwise Operators. Bitwise Operators. So it's just bits. Bit means what? Binary, right? Binary. So in class 2, when we started learning ICT, our teacher taught us that the only language that the computer understands is what? Binary language. Do you all remember that? When we started doing ICT?
Yes.
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 The zeros and ones.
You said what?
The zeros and ones.
No, Amate or binary.
Yeah, we do know that one, but not in class 2. We're not talking class 2. The computer only understands binary.
Oh yeah, I remember we started ICT around GHS or say SHS or say info.
No, we didn't do any ICT. I finished secondary school in 1998.
Hey, let's continue. Let's continue. All right. But I know most of you did ICT, right?
Why? Is it too long a time?
You did ICT, right?
Yes, I also did elective ICT in SHS.
Oh, and the girlie. Which school?
I
Dogono.
Oh, okay. You do elective ICT there. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But are they teaching you the writing or they're also playing a
It was the real thing.
So what
We
did
did HTML.
you did HTML and CSS, right?
Yeah.
And what again? Photoshop?
No, Q Basic.
Hey, Nkofui. Oh, but that's nice. That's nice. I think Legon, Presec, and I think at this school, at this school, Infante Pim is also doing. I don't know the rest of the schools.
Accra Katu is doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most schools now offer elective ICT.
Oh, that's great. That's great. They should teach it to work. Okay. They should get those who are in the field doing the practical one to come and teach, not someone go and learn ICT and come and teach ICT. It doesn't help. That's how we are running our educational system in Ghana. On internet, good students, and like you get good students, but at the end of the day, they don't know anything. I remember I watched this math and science quiz. The madam, the one who has been asking them the questions. So I'm friend, I've forgotten the name. So she was saying
the quiz. Okay.
The quiz mistress, yeah. So she was saying that after the maths and science quiz, she had opportunity to even lecture some of them in their masters or no after SS that's university. So she realized they were just talking. They don't know anything. When it comes to the practical aspect, they don't know anything. And it doesn't help cry because our education system is some way. This ICT that they have introduced is very nice. Very, very, very nice. Brilliant idea, but at the end of the day,
you see the syllabus, very excellent, master.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you see they will recruit based on politics and they'll put square holes in round holes and stuff like that. Square then you round holes. You understand?
Square pegs in round holes.
Yes, that's what is going on right now. But I'm going to try to do. All right, so the bitwise is just what we already know in JHS, binary operators. So with the binary operators, with the logical operator, we are going to use the same AND gate and the OR gate there. But here, instead of 2, remember here we were using 2, here we are using 2 pipes, and here we are using 2 ampersand symbols. With the bitwise operator, we use only 1. So with the bitwise operator, let me see. Let's see, we want to compare 1 and 2. So in the computer memory, I think 1 is represented by 6 zeros and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. This is 1. You can do the convention there. And the next one is 2. So 2 is, I think, also 6. 1, 2. Is it 8 values or 6? It should be 8 rather, Anna.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, somehow.
6, 7.
Something like that.
No, it should be this. It should be so 1, 2, 3. So it's, yeah, that is how it is. 0, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0. There you see. That's how it is. So assuming you want to perform this bitwise operator, let's try this one. So with this one, let's console.log console.log 1 or 2. Let's do it. So anywhere you see this one, the reason why I don't even we will just end here because this one we don't use this. We don't use it. The main ones are what I've taught you. Bitwise operator, I mean you should put that. But you let me teach you. Maybe you should. I will be you should. All right. So let's see this one. So this one we are expecting to get what? We are saying 1 or 2. Let's see. So you have what? 3 over here. We have 3 here. So with this one, 3 no krebese.
About 1, 1.
Yeah, it should be 1, 1 here, right?
Yes.
Yes, about 1, 1. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. So that one is just the binary, the binary. They are the binary languages or the on user I'm sure for this one. You don't normally use it, but I just want to know that they also exist. They also exist. So that one, anywhere you see only one symbol like this representing the logical gate, then we are dealing with bitwise operators, not the normal logical operator that we have. So this one is under bitwise operator. Bitwise. So we just use one symbol. The same applies to the second one. Instead of double ampersand, we use just what? 1 for that. All right. So I have a simple question here for you. That is, write a program to swap the results for A and B. So let's say A is equal to red, B is equal to blue. Right now, let's console log A. Let me comment them out. B. All right. So you have red and blue, and we want to swap. So we are going to write a program to swap it. This one, the purpose of this is I want us to think in how programmers think a bit, how they solve their daily challenges. So this is very, very simple, but I want us to work together. Who will try this for me? This is the exercise. So we have two statements. Let A equals red, let B equals blue. Print A, print B, and we want to just swap the values of A and B. Hey. Virginia, what do you internet now? Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, sorry, the internet. Please, are you done with the challenge?
You didn't give the challenge. You were still explaining.
Okay. Then let me continue. I'm saying that it's a simple challenge. We have two statements on the screen. That is A and B. And I say A, let A represent what? Red, and let B represent blue. And we are printing A and B out. So write a simple program to swap the results for A and B. That is, let A equals blue and let B equals red. How are you going to achieve this? How do you achieve this?
You can just do A is equal to B.
If you do A is equal to B, what will happen? You try.
You console log A.
Abdul, can you share your screen?
Please, I'm not coding.
If you do A equals B, then we won't have the B value. You will not have the B value.
Yeah. Who try?
Okay, so I think variable, maybe C. And then we assign one of the.
Share your screen. You're on the right track. Share your screen and do it.
Okay. I think is it okay. So I was saying I think we have to bring in a third variable. And then we can assign either the value of B or the of E to this third variable. So let's say we are assigning the value of E to the variable. So we are saying that we should let C be equal to E. And then that we can equate to B. And then we'll then equate B to C.
Wow. That is great. That's great.
I think we should console up the values again. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the values are swapped. Yeah.
For 10 points by me. Which track are you? Are you on back end or
I'm on front end, but I'm off. I think last week I asked to join the back end as well.
okay? Let's move on. That's great. I think that's correct. That's correct. So
Okay.
this is the solution to the simple challenge for you today. Let's move on to the last thing that you'll be doing today. I think I plan of ending as a switch case statement, but I don't think I can do that because I come cry me. I'm not eating. So immediately it is 10 o'clock. So let's start with the last set of statement. That is the conditional statement. We are going to look at the conditional statements now. Okay. This one to have a challenge for you. Hey, so oh, on the same tomorrow we are meeting. Hey, then I have to also stay in and prepare another note for you. Mr. Abdul, how much do my hair?
Is it?
Yeah. All right. So this is the last thing that you are going to do today. Tomorrow we are meeting, right?
I was saying that if you want, you can leave the conditional statement and the switch case against tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I have a brain do.
Yeah.
Mm.
We have done a lot today, yes.
Yeah. Within this short time frame. I don't want to. Me person my mom no ma be brain na akoya yeah. Please try your best. Like exactly. I said, from today's class, as last week, not just introduction. Today, tomorrow, next week, you people should try your best to capture whatever you are doing. JavaScript, no any. So don't be panicked. I think the most serious part will be when you get to the the array methods and the string methods. On a big super where we have the map function, we have the for each function, we have filter. You do one I know, I believe in you. You understand. You understand when you get it. And from then, you know JavaScript. On one JavaScript 9 no. So I think as you suggested, let's leave the if and else statement for tomorrow. And tomorrow too, Mami. Tomorrow we are going to coming. Apart from this, let me stop recording, Cry.
Exactly what I wanted